The third constant, no need to draw. X greater than 0 means X is positive. So here from the graph, feasible region means common region of solution. What is a feasible region? Feasible region. Feasible region means where both the shading will mix. And I have shaded the first line. Less than means what? Go towards origin. So I have done it. Y greater than or equal to 0 means Y is also positive or 0. Here only red lines are there, I'll remove. Here black and red will mix, I'll retain it. This is point of intersection, I'll retain it. Now I'll go to point of intersection. This is the point of intersection. Welcome to the session, dear students. Today we'll go ahead with the problems of linear programming problems. Solve the following LPP graphically. They want minimize z is equal to 5x plus 7 subject to the constants x plus y less than or equal to 200, x plus y less than or equal to 300, x greater than or equal to 0, y greater than or equal to 0. All of you know, whenever they ask a question like this, you are supposed to graph the constants. So subject to constant, they give three constants. Constants means what? Conditions. So for these three, we should draw the graph. The first one is what? X plus y less than or equal to 200. Second one, x plus y less than or equal to 300. Third one, x greater than or equal to 0, y greater than or equal to 0. So this is called as first quadrant. The third constant, no need to draw. X greater than 0 means x is positive. Y greater than or equal to 0 means y is also positive or 0. Then it is first quadrant. This says your graph or your shading or your feasible region should lie within what? First quadrant. So this is no need to draw this. So now you need to draw two lines, shade them and find the common region. Now first line. What is the first line? X plus y. They told less than or equal to 200. So first our task is to draw this line and shade. How to draw this line? Take x plus y is equal to 200. To draw the line, always we should take is equal to. Now take x is equal to 0. If you take x value 0 or put x is equal to 0 in 1, so 0 plus y is equal to what? 200, or you will get y value. What is y value? Y value you got 200. So now you write the point. What is meant by point? So I name this point as A. A means what? X comma y. Always point is written as xy. X is 0, y is 200. Dear students, all of you know, point x is equal to 0 means point on y axis. So if you want to plot the graph, just I'll draft a graph. So now we know that the graph lies within first quadrant. I'll take only first quadrant. And I'll take 1 centimeter is equal to 100 units or 100 units, because here 100, 200 are there, to make the graph simple. Or I'll take 50. If I take 1 centimeter is 10 units, you'll get a good graph, but 20 points we should go. So we'll do one thing. We'll take 1 centimeter is 500. So 1 centimeter is 50, 100, 150, 200. So on x-axis, on y-axis, I am taking scale. What is the scale I am assuming? 1 centimeter is equal to 50 units. So 50, this is 0, 50, 100, 150, 200. Now first point is 0, 200. 0, 200 is this point on what axis? Y-axis, that is 0, 200. Now I call this as A, or any name you can give. Then put y equal to 0, put y value 0. If I put y value 0 here, I'll get x plus 0 is equal to 200, or x value will get 200. So one more point you got, point B will say. So x comma y, what is the x value? X value is 200 and y value is 0. So now you got the value of B. B is 200 comma 0. So 50, 100, 150, 200. So now 200 comma 0. This is a point called B, 200 comma 0. So now draw a line segment between these two. Now shading. So after you draw the line, shading. So less than or equal to. Less than or equal to means what? Shade below towards origin. The shading, the common region of shading goes down like this. Towards what origin? Don't cross first quadrant, because we have a constant. What is the constant we have? So they gave a constant. So take a scale and do this is x-axis. Sorry, This is x-axis. They gave a constant. So x is greater than or equal to 0, y is also greater than or equal to 0 because the graph lies within first quadrant. Now, dear students, I have drawn first line and I have shaded the first line. Less than means what? Go towards origin. So I have done it. So now this line is done. So now I'll draw second line. What is the second condition? Our second constant is x plus y less than or equal to 300. X plus y less than or equal to 300. Now I'll go to the second line, that is x plus y less than or equal to 300. Now we need to graph this. So for this I'll take x plus y is equal to 300. So now in the place of x I'll assume 0. If you take x is equal to 0, it will become 0 plus y equal to 300. So now you got the value of y. What is the value of y? Y is 300. You got one more point. You can name it as c. C is 0 comma 300. So it's a point on what axis? Y axis. On y axis, after 200 we'll have 250. After 250 we'll have 300. 250, then we have 300. This is what? Y axis. So now this is the point C. Point C is what? 0 comma 300, point on y axis. Now we need point on x axis. Same task we'll do. In the place of x, we put 0, we got 1 point. In the place of y, you put 0. In the place of y, if you put 0, if y is equal to 0, x will become 300. You got a point. So that is D. D is what? Always you write x, 300 comma 0. So point D, that is here we'll have 300 comma 0. This will be 300 comma 0. It's a point on what axis? Y axis. Now stretch a line between these two. Now shading. Again, this is also less than. So here we have less than or equal to. So shade below. So shade below towards origin. So shading should go like this. So dear students, retain the common region of shading. Retain what? Common region of shading. So I'll shade like this and retain the common region of shading. So now I shaded both. So I shaded both. I got the graph. Red line shading goes down. Blue line shading also goes down. Now, common region is called as feasible region. So, red and blue are mixing between these two. So, uncommon part will erase. So, I'll erase uncommon. This is only between. So, I'll erase uncommon part. If I erase uncommon part, I'll have common region of shading. So, common blue lines and red lines will mix in this region. This is common region. So, from the common region, this is this one. Now, we'll write vertices. Vertices of feasible region will say. So now I'll write the vertices. So this one vertex, this is another vertex, and this is another vertex. This is feasible region, common region of shading. So we got feasible region. What is a feasible region? From the graph, I can say feasible region means solution region is O, and this is A, and this is B, OAB. So these vertices OAB are called as corner points. This point O, A and B are corner points. Put the corner points in Z and you will get what is called as objective function. So now this is a graph. So this is one line, this is other line. Both the shadings will mix here. This is common region of shading. Now this is feasible region. This is O. This is point A. This is point B. And this is feasible region. So we call them as corner points. We call them as what? Corner points. And we should always draw the table. One is corner point, the other one is Z. So Z means objective function. Objective function is given in the problem 5x plus 7y. Z is 5x plus 7y. And corner points, one is origin 0 comma 0, the other one is A, the other one is B. One is 200 comma 0 comma 200, the other one is 200 comma 0. This ABC you can give any name. So now substitute this point in Z. So now if you put 0 0, 5 zeros are 0, 7 zeros are 0. So now this Z value will become 0 at 0 0. Now in the place of x put 0. So 5 into 0 plus in the place of y put 200, 7 into 200. So then Z value will become what? 5 zeros are 0, 7 twos are 4, 1400. Then you put the third point 200 comma 0 in the place of Z. So in the place of x put 200. So 5 into 200 plus 7 into 0. So 2 5s are 10. So it will become 5 into 200. 200 5s are 1200 plus 0. So it will become 1000. 5 into 2, 10, 1000. So now we'll get this value. So after you get feasible region, this is vertices of feasible region, means this point and this point we call them as corner points, vertices of feasible region. Feasible region means where both the shading will mix. See, when you really shade, so dear students, when you really shade, so this is one line, shading goes down, and the other line if you shade, the other line shading also goes down. So common region is what? Both the shadings are mixing in this region. This is uncommon part we should erase. If I erase, I'll get common region. This is feasible region. This black line is a feasible region. So vertices of feasible region, point A, point O, point B, are called as corner points. Vertices of feasible region are corner points. Put the corner points in Z, you'll get the value of Z. And by this you can conclude. They want minimize. So what is the minimum value? 0, 1400, 1000, which is minimum. So this is minimum. So minimum value is this. Maximize means maximum value is this. If they want you to maximize, maximum value of Z is 1400, occurs at 0, 200. Minimum value of Z is 0, occurs at this. That is a conclusion. So that's what we do here. So here when I put 0, 0, I'll get 0. This is minimum value. And when I put 200, 0, I'll get 1000. And 0, 200, this gives you maximum value. So minimum value of the value is, so the optimal solution, minimum. So here optimal solution means maximum value. So maximum value is, so out of zeros, you see here, dear students, in the graph always don't consider this. So because 0 is there, 0 is the minimum value. So origin is the minimum value. Minimum value of Z is 0, occurs at 0, 0. Maximum value is 1400. Maximum value is what? 1400. So here we say this is maximum. Okay, dear students, optimal, they want minimum value. From the corner point and objective function, it is very clear. So out of 3 values, this is a minimum value. So minimum value of Z is 0, occurs at what? 0, 0, because 0, 0 is one of the feasible region. Corner point, that's it. Okay, dear students, now we'll continue with the next problem. So Z is equal to 200x plus 400y subject to 50x plus 90y less than or equal to 3000, x plus y less than or equal to 45, 48 and xy greater than or equal to 0. So all of you know, in order to draw, first we should draw the graph for these 3. So here I am always telling you x greater than or equal to 0, y greater than or equal to 0 represents first quadrant. So no need to draw this. Now we need to draw only first and second. We'll take first one. What is the first one? 50x plus 90y is greater than, less than or equal to 3000. In this, put x equal to 0. If you put x 0, so 90y becomes 0. Sorry, 90y is 300. In the place of x, I am assuming 0. Y will become 3000 again. 3000 divided by 90, 0, 0 cancels, 3 3s are 3, 100s are 100 by 3, 33.33. So one point you got, that is point on x-axis, that is 0, 33.3. Then put y0. If you put y0, 50x is equal to 3000, and you'll have x as what? 3000 by 50. And x is what? 0, 0 cancels. 5, 6 are 30, 60. So the point B is what? X comma y, 60 comma 0. One is 0, 33.3. So one is 0, 33.3 or 100 by 3. And the other one is what? 60 comma 0. So if you simplify 60 comma 0. So we'll draw a line. So I'll give a red color for this. This is a line if you draw the graph. Less than that old shade, so shading goes below. Shading goes below like this. Now we'll draw another line. So we'll draw another line. I'll take other line, x plus y less than or equal to 48. X plus y less than or equal to 48. I'll take x plus y is equal to 48. So when x is equal to 0, y is 48. One of the point we say C, 0 comma 48 is a point on y-axis, 0 comma 48. Here you have between 0 and 48, 0 comma 48, this is 48. So this is a point 48. Then put y 0. If you put y 0, x you will get 48. So point is 48 comma 0. It's another point 48 comma 0. So near to 50. So not 50. This is 48. So here, so stretch a line. We have drawn a line here. This is the line. Using pen and paper and scale and graphite you draw, and shading. Less than means I should shade below. I'm shading it below. Dear students, wherever shading will mix, retain that. Wherever shading is not mixing, erase that. Shading mix aga jagana ಉಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡಿ, shade ಎಲ್ಲಿ mix ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ erase ಮಾಡಿ. So now here only black lines are there, I'll remove them. Here only red lines are there, I'll remove them. Here black and red will mix, I'll retain it. This is point of intersection, I'll retain it. Now I'll go to point of intersection. This is the point of intersection B. So now this point 0 comma, this is one of the point. This is origin other point, this is another point, this is fourth point. This is point of intersection. This is, see, this is not a feasible region, only here. So here from the graph, feasible region means common region of solution. What is a feasible region? Feasible region is common region of solution where all the constants will have common region. So that is 0 comma 0, 1 point. Now the other point, this is 1 point, and this is 0 comma 100 by 3. And the other point is point of intersection. You draw perpendiculars on x-axis and y-axis, you will get, that is 33 comma 15. And the other point is 48 comma 0. So these are the corner points. Feasible region, and then you write corner points. So 0 0 0 by 0 comma 100 by 3 and 33 15 48 0. Put them in z. In the place of x and y, x if I put 0 it is 0. Y if I put 100 by 3, you will get so when you put both 0 0, z is 0. When I put this value, z is this. When I substitute third point, I'll get z like this. When I substitute the fourth point, I'll get z like this. From this, z is maximum, or they told profit in the question. So it will be maximum. What is the maximum number here? 1200 or 13,333 or 960. This is the maximum value. So that's why from the table, maximum value of z occurs at this value. So we'll say maximum profit is at x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 33.3. That is 100 by 3. We'll get maximum, and maximum is this. That's it. So this is a way to solve the problems, and we have solved many questions, and in my next session I'll continue the same. Thanks for attending. Thank you.